I had a guy the other day, he swung it beautifully, really nicely on playing, great setup, loads of great things, but he really struggled to strike the golf ball well and hit it in the right direction. So hang on a minute, if his golf swing was really beautiful, fluid, geometrically brilliant, why on earth did he still struggle to hit the golf ball as well as he can do? Before we start, don't forget, hit that link below to my website to sign up on that waiting list for lessons with myself here at Whittleby Park Golf Club. Now, the big question, why did one of my pupils the other week come in, beautiful golf swing, but really struggle to strike the ball as well as he can do, and really struggle to make sure that he gets the ball dead straight? I'll tell you for why. It was his grip. His grip was not very good. Why was his grip not very good? I've seen a lot of bad grips do a really good job, but I've also seen a lot of good grips do a really bad job as well. But it's not necessarily the way he held it per se, it was the way he took hold of that golf club. So yes, ideally there's what I call better grips. There's no wrong way to grip it, there's no right way to grip it, but there are better ways. And mostly, it doesn't matter whether you've got a strong grip, in other words, left hand on top, right hand underneath, or weak grip, left hand underneath and right hand on top. Now, yes, there's better ways for you. And I've seen, again, a lot of good players do this. I've seen a lot of good players do that. However, the way this guy was holding it, he struggled to make even just the slightest of change with his grip. Why did he struggle to make a change? It was because of how he was approaching that golf club. So what he did, I'll take you through his pre-shot routine. What he did was hold his golf club with his right hand like that, this to steady his golf club. That's fine. But then he took his left hand and really extended his fingers outwards. And he tried to approach the golf club like so, with his fingers as long as a continent. Okay, he was really long in the fingers. So the problem is then he had to wrap it round. He only had standard width grips, so he didn't have to get grip over that golf club like so. He didn't have big Bryson DeChambeau, big massive thick grips. All he did was have real sort of very small standard size sort of grips, so he didn't have to really extend his fingers out. So therefore he was really trying to swing that club, swing that handle over. It was really trying to swing that handle over to try and grasp hold of it. So he ended up really tense and really tight. He wasn't a million miles away position-wise where he wanted to be, but it was the fact that how it got there was the issue. So what should you do if you're guilty of coming into that golf club with really long spread out fingers? I want you to do almost the opposite. Now, if we think about how we stand, look at how we stand. We don't stand with our fingers out massively long like this, do we? No, we stand with our just nice and relaxed, nice and naturally, and our fingers just gently curl in. Okay, our fingers just gently curl inwards. We don't have them absolutely poker straight, they just gently curl inwards. And that's how we should grip a golf club. So I don't mind the fact that this guy held his golf club quite steady like that to get his left hand on it to steady the golf club. But what I want you to do is let your fingers curl up, and then we can clasp the golf club like so, because we curl our hands around the circular grip. We don't have them dead straight. We might do for a putter, don't get me wrong, we might do for a putter, but it's slightly different for a longer club, like a driver, like an iron, like a wedge. We need to make sure we're coming in with slightly curly fingers, then clasp that golf club, rather than a really massively extended out fingers that we've then got to wrap around. We want nice curly fingers that we can just then clasp the golf club like so. And it just feels nice and relaxed. We're still holding on to the golf club, but just in a nice relaxed way that we can just work that golf club around in circular arcs like so. So remember, we don't want a long fingers and a long thumb. We want those fingers and that thumb just nicely curled up, and then we can take a nice hold on that golf club really nice and naturally and really nice and relaxed. Remember, not straight out, just nice and curled with those fingers to make a nice relaxed grip and a nice relaxed swing.